Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Targaye Nicole here. How you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm sorry it's so bright back here. I'm not at home. I'm at work. And the weather here has been weird, so I kind of just not been in the mood to kind of film or whatever, so I'm sorry for the lack of filming. I'm trying to get back on top of it. My mood and spirit is very swayed by weather, so the rest of the week should be nice. So hi Tahani, how are you? So I figured I needed to get a video up so y'all didn't think something was wrong with me, so I figured I was at lunch and I would just go ahead and take my lunch break and do a video. This lighting though is kind of okay, so I want to talk to you guys about Instacart, and that was my Just Do It June. Hey, Right Dreamer, how are you? That was my Just Do It June. Oh, you're on lunch too. I know we in these late lunches. It's 3:19 here. So let me talk to you guys about Instacart real quick. I'm on lunch. Instacart is a side gig situation where you go and pick up groceries for people, and you get a message. Whether it's in your area or not, you choose if you want to take that. It gives you a little breakdown of how much you might possibly make, and then you go and shop those orders. You shop the order and then you check out because they send you a card, and then you go and deliver the order. So it's a process. When I first signed up, guys know I'm doing the savings challenge, and Poshmark and Etsy are cool, but they're not really they're not really like the money you're gonna get. When you do Poshmark, you put your stuff up and you're not sure you're gonna get it. You do Etsy, you put your stuff up, you make your stuff, you're not sure you're gonna get the money. But with like Instacart, you're going to do a service. Exactly, they're not completely dependable. They're not something where you're gonna get your money back. They're fun and more creative and great to do on the side. And this lighting is really bothering me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to turn. so, so I'm sorry if it gets shaky then, because now I'm holding the camera. But what was I saying? So with Instacart, you sign up. I downloaded the app. My link to the Instacart app is down below in the description box, I'm sure. So I downloaded the app. I started signing up on the app. Sign up was really easy. And what I don't like about Instacart is when you first finish signing up, you kind of just feel like you're sitting there waiting. You're like, now what? Like, it's kind of like that. It's like, now what? I'm going to move this chair back now that we're not sitting this way. You're kind of like, now what happens? And to all you that are just signing up right now, realize that it's just a waiting process at that point. Hi, Bello. It's a waiting process. So don't get like really weird, like, oh my God, now what's going to happen? They're not processing or whatever. It really is, you sign up, then you get to a screen where it just blinks or you're waiting for your card. It'll say, please enter your card information. So what happens is within 5 to 7 business days, you're going to get a little green card that says Instacart on it. It's like a debit card. And I wish I'd brought my my card down here, but so y'all could see. But you get that so you can pay for the groceries. And once you get that, then you can start working. So also know that Instacart is not something like that you can start right away, like with, I guess, Uber and stuff. Because I signed up with DoorDash, and DoorDash is the same way, but they actually tell you that they're sending you a kit, so you don't really sit there and look crazy like that. I didn't move, don't know. Creepy people are doing coming to your job, right? No, they're not creepy here. They're cool. People who come here are usually people we come with. So yeah, right. I didn't want people to see like the sign. So that was a thing. That was a little weird thing that I didn't like. But my card came. I was excited. I put the card in, and then I got another screen that basically was telling me. And let me know, guys, if you're really interested in Instacart. I will like put screenshots up on I'll do another video with like going through the actual screens on my phone. So you go and then you can schedule yourself to work. You can look at hours and so on and so forth. So that's on there. Cool. So my first experience was actually, and another thing you want to know about Instacart is that you have to have insulated bags for your cold food and your hot food. And while you're waiting for your card, would probably be a good time to invest in buying them from Amazon or somewhere. Or I guess you can get them from Walmart, but they have to be like enough to hold, I think, 2 to 4 bags full of cold food. They do offer Instacart freezer bags at Instacart, but they're going to be $26.99. And what they do is you order them through this company called Bamco through the Instacart app, and then once you make $26.99, they take it from you, and then they send you your 4 insulated bags, or you can just buy your own. To be honest, $26.99 for 4 bags is not that bad. I didn't get them, so I don't know how big they are. They look decently sized. Now you can get bigger ones on Amazon or something, but you're still buying only a 2-pack for $17.99. So give or take, but you can have them, and I don't know if you need to have more than 2 because I haven't bought any bags yet. They say to go ahead and do your orders without them for the meantime, and then they'll send them when you make enough money. So let's talk about my first day that I decided to do it on Friday, and this is why you're just seeing my Just Do It June today rather than on Saturday, because on Saturday I tried it again. So on Friday I went, and I was going home from work, and I was like, okay, they have these things called on-demand orders. So if you're not on the schedule, you can get like on-demand. It'll pop up and say, so-and-so needs this. Would you like to just pick it up? Or you can do a full-service shopper, which is what I am, what I explained to you. You go to the store, you shop, you deliver it. Then they have these things called just like a delivery person, where someone else in the store has already shopped the order for you, and then you just pick it up and deliver it. And then they have just shoppers, which are people who just stay in the store and shop things all the time. So this particular Friday, we got out a little early. I went and I saw that boop boop, I had an on demand, and it was like, you can just deliver this order to Patrice, whatever her name was, right? So I was like, cool, I'm close to this place, I'll go find it. It says I'm just 15 minutes away. I go I go to find the place. I grab, and I'm excited. I got my little Instacart badge on, because you get a little badge. This is not it, this is my work badge, but they get a little badge. It's nice. It's got Instacart. It's got the little carrot logo. I'm like, I'm Instacart, I'm coming. So I get my Instacart badge. I'm rolling. Got my little shop cart. I'm ready. I'm like, this is going to be easy because all I have to do is pick it up and then deliver it. So I get inside of the Wegmans, girl. So I get in there and I'm like, where is the staging area? Because it's like, find the staging area. So luckily, people are nice. You're nice. People are nice. So I'm like, hi, can you tell me where the Instacart stuff are staged? Blah, blah. And they're like, we think they get staged in that room over there. Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, find the room. I look, and it's like your person should have like 10 bags, and your person should be on the fridge, the freezer, and shelf A1. Girl, nothing is on A1. Nothing with her name is on the freezer or the fridge. There's this person whose name starts with an S, and then there's like a person, Jennifer or something. Then another Instacarter comes in, and she's looking for her order, and she only has 2 of 9 out of her bags, 2 of her 9 bags there. And she's like, where the hell are my bags? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have my bags either. So I was like, you know what? Now's a good time to call customer service. So I called customer service, and I will say their customer service for me was really fast. I mean, I only waited maybe 2 minutes every time that I called customer service, and they were really helpful and were really fast. This one guy, though, when I was speaking to him, I was like, it's now 5:30. This lady's supposed to have her stuff at 5:48, and I have no bags here. What am I supposed to do? This is my first time. This is my first thing. And he's like, well, it has to get delivered on time. I said, what's going to get delivered on time? There are no bags here. You know what I mean? Like, sir, sir, there's nothing here. There are no things here. So I hear the other lady on the phone with her representative, and at the end of her conversation, she's like, can you just cancel this off my batch because this person is not here? So I said, when he comes back, that's what I'm going to say too. Because he was like, okay, just give me a minute. Let me call the shopper and see if the shopper is still shopping her order. And I'm thinking like, okay, even if the shopper is still shopping her order, there's no way she's getting this on time. So he comes back after like a couple minutes, and he's like, I'm sorry, I can't get a hold of the shopper. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry that you can't get a hold of the shopper. Hey, Glenda, I'm sorry you can't get a hold of the shopper, but please cancel this order from my order, just copying what the lady said. So then he said, okay, I understand, blah, blah. I said, I hope this doesn't, penalize me for any reason. The stuff wasn't here. This is not my fault, blah. So I'm done. And then I see a lady that's actually a shopper come in as I'm like getting ready to leave, and I'm talking to her, and she's really nice, and she's trying to, finish shopping her stuff, and I'm like, oh, is this always like this? Do people not have an issue? And one of the Wegmans people were telling me they had issues, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh God, oh Lord, I don't know how I feel about this. So I leave eventually, and I got an email like that same day that had asked me if I wanted to be a shopper, like a shopper that went into that specific store I actually just went to, and was like, do you want to be a shopper for the store? You can come Friday, or you can come, now I had that email like Wednesday. You can come Friday, or you can come on Sunday for an interview with someone, and we'll test you out and blah blah blah. So I was like, after that first experience on Friday, I was like, I think I'm gonna be a shopper, because with the shopper, it's less wear and tear on your car, and you also, you just get to your destination, you shop, and you come back. But we're going to talk about that also. So now I had put myself on a wait list for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for some hours in like New Brunswick, because it's just over the bridge from where I live. So after the pickup delivery thing, I was a little skeptical, but I was like, you know what? If these hours come available, I'll give it another try. Hours came available. I picked up from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8 in the evening. You guys, I'm in New Brunswick, or get into New Brunswick, and the app starts yelling at me. It's like, you're not in your zone. You're not in your zone when you're supposed to be in your zone for working. That's what I feel like it's yelling at me, because that's what it keeps coming up as. And I'm like, I'm in New Brunswick. I know what New Brunswick is. This is New Brunswick. What are you talking about? And so after it did it 3 times, and I'm moving around now in the car trying to find this so-called zone, because there's a little map, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what they're talking about. So I finally, after like an hour, I called up customer service after it said to me, you're going to get a derogatory mark for not being in your zone. Oh, no, she won't. Oh, no, she won't get no derogatory mark. Not today. Not today. So I called up customer service like, hello, this is my first. Again, customer service, super sweet, super fast, no issues with them. I call, I'm like, this thing is yelling at me. I don't appreciate it. I don't know why it's saying it, since I live like right near New Brunswick. I know what the heart of New Brunswick is. What are y'all talking about? Hello. She's like, I know that is weird. It says it's New Brunswick, but it's more like Milltown, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I've never even heard of these places, ma'am. Okay. So I was like, listen, let me tell y'all something. And very nicely to her, I was just like, what you need to do, though, is if you have all these different zones, which they have different zones, like there's a Princeton zone, New Brunswick zone, a Rutgers zone, all these zones. Now, Rutgers has how many schools? Everywhere. I'm like, what you should do is maybe consider sending out a list of the actual supermarkets in the zones and their address, so that people who are new to this can know to post up in one of those places. Give them about 2 or 3 options in those places, so that they're in their zone when it's time for them to work. Okay? Because what I don't appreciate is my phone yelling at me every 2 seconds talking about I'm not in the zone, and I know I'm in New Brunswick. So she's apologizing. She's like, well, consider that, blah, 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 this and that. Really nice. So I said, okay, how about this? Now I feel like I'm customer servicing. I'm like, can you just give me the address to something that is in your zone, so I'm not putting myself back on work until I know I'm in the zone. So she gives me the address to a cemetery. And I'm like, bro, you couldn't find me an address that was like a shop right or something? Like, I don't understand. So anyway, so she gives me the address to the cemetery. And I go to the cemetery, and there's like a complex with like a tattoo shop across the street. So I park up in there. Y'all, I look down on my map. And I mean, when I tell you, if this was the map right here, I was like on the circumference of the zone. Me? Move? Never. I was not moving. All I could say was, exactly. I'm sitting over here like, I'm not in the cemetery, thank God. But like, I'm across the street, and I'm just chilling. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not moving. I'm not moving that near, because what you do normally is you get in your zone, and if that part of the zone is not popping, you like move around your zone so that you can find an area that has maybe orders coming in. I was not moving, because what was not going to happen was that phone was not going to be yelling at me again. about me being outside my zone. That's what's not gonna happen. So I literally sat there it took me, no, shift started at 6. I didn't get to the cemetery until 7:18, just back and forth, back and forth. My shift was from 7:18 to 8 o'clock, y'all. I sat there with my fingers crossed, sitting in my car on a hot, sticky, steamy day, just talking about, well, my AC is not working. Just going to the shop on Saturday. No worries about that. But like, and I'm just like, please don't nobody send me for no orders, because at this point I'm frustrated. I don't want to go to pick no deliveries. I don't want to deliver nothing to nobody. I'm like, Lord, just let the shift be over, because I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to be like, cancel my shift. I'm not going to do that. So I made it through the shift. Y'all, when that shift was over, I went into there and I was like, take me off of every single shift I signed up for. I don't want to be on this shift. I had already decided by that point, like, I'll just see if I can be a in-store shopper. Okay, we decided we're just gonna be an in-store shopper. It's better for our car anyway. Fine. Okay. Next day, Saturday. Now my in-store shopper thing is not till Sunday. So the next day is Saturday. And I wake up, you gotta start the new day fresh and everything. 7:30. 7:45. Bring. There is an on-demand order in your area. Would you like to take it? Okay, I see $16, $17. I was like, okay, Sarah, we're going to do this. It's fresh day, new start. We don't have to be in no zone for on delivery, on demand. We just going to do what we do. So I pick it up. I get up on my bed, put my clothes on, wash my face, brush my teeth, you got to look kind of presentable, because you're going to deliver something to someone out the house in like 15 minutes. I get to the supermarket that they sent me to, somewhere in like South Plainfield. It takes me like 20 minutes to get over there. I get there at 8:40. This order needs to be, I ain't pay attention to this. This order needs to be delivered by 9:40. Okay, now, I don't know where, there are 27 things in this order. 27, 27. I don't freaking know where everything is in this store. This is not my ShopRite. Sis, this is not my ShopRite. So I'm like, okay, all right, Tara, don't panic. It's fine. We're going to do this. So now it gives you the listing of things in the best order they say it is to shop. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna go. But what made me mad is when I realized the way they did it was like, you'd come down the aisle and go around. And I'm like, don't do that. If I'm already in the aisle that 2 things are in, send me down the aisle and up the aisle, and I come back out. For instance, there was an aisle that had like tuna fish in it, and I picked up the tuna fish, but right down the same aisle was some Idaho potatoes. And then I went around to get to the other side to get the Idaho potatoes. I was like, that was unnecessary. I could have got both at the same time. Anyway, so I'm doing that. And what really kind of messed me up was you have to also, measure everything, okay? So like, if someone wants an onion, someone wanted a purple onion, you have to find a purple onion. And I'm like the type of person where if I'm buying for you, I'm buying what I'm buying for myself. So I'm like in the onions, really trying to pick a nice one, no bruises, the shells are right, the bananas can't have like little speckles on them. That's me, because that's how I do when I shop, okay? So I'm trying to do the nice for you, because my arm hurts now, I gotta switch. So I'm like, I'm doing that, but then you got to get the onion, and it's like, we want an onion that's 0.25 pounds or 0.5 pounds, and you got to get it, you got to put it on the weighing thing, then you got to put in how much pounds your onion is, and it's got to be comparable to how much their onion needs to be. Mind you, there's this person, and it's like, they want 1 banana. What? Why would they want 1 banana? Like, who wants 1 banana? Like, and then I'm looking at the pounds, because I'm like, maybe it's a bunch of bananas that they want. The pounds is 0.25. 1 banana is barely 0.25. I'm like, this can't be right. But I'm not like, and I was a little agitated because I didn't realize that, like, I didn't notice till the end that I could text the person, or else I would have texted them and said, hey, do you want 1 banana or do you want a bunch? Because it turned it up, he wanted it. He didn't penalize me. He was like, the app was weird for him too. So Okay, I do all my shopping. Honestly, the ShopRite people were amazing. This one guy like helped me with almost every little section. I got lost with these Kodiak flapjack pancake things. I'd never heard of them, but they were in the healthy section. Found them eventually. I get in the line, you guys. I get in the line. It's 9:40 when I go to check out. I'm supposed to be there at 9:40. So I go to check out. They give you the card. I go and I'm like, fingers crossed that, you know, this card goes through and I don't look like a douchebag in the middle of this line. Card goes through fine, we're good. And I actually bought myself like for $1.98 one of those cold bags, just like the little small ones, because that person ordered ice cream and I didn't. It was a hot day and I didn't want their stuff to melt. So I did that, checked out, everything worked out well. I get in the car, and this is when I realized I can text the person because now the phone is yelling at me again. Your order needs to be delivered ASAP. I'm like, you know what? Screw you. You guys need to leave more time to do this. Like, I don't think it's because I was new, because I was running through some of them because he wanted a lot of like grill mates marinade, like he was having a little barbecue and chips and stuff, and those were all in the same section. So I was like banging those out with no problem because they were all in the same section. So I get there and I text them like, "Hi, Michael, blah blah blah, you whatever his name was." I'm just out of my car. I'm running a little late. I'll be there. He was super nice. He was like, "It's no problem. We'll see you soon." So I feel better. I put it in my GPS because doing it through the phone was draining my battery, which is another thing. If you don't have a really new phone, this is probably not the job for you because it's gonna drain your phone. And unless your phone battery is awesome. So I put the GPS in and I'm like in South Plainfield and now I need to go to Woodbridge, which actually was not that bad of a drive, maybe another 15-20 minute drive. But when you think about it, you got 20-30 minutes to get there, another 15-20 minutes to get to him, and then you only had like an hour, like you needed a good 45 minutes to shop. You have 27 items, you know what I mean? So technically you needed like 2 or 3 hours. I didn't have 2 or 3 hours to do that. I literally had 1 hour. So that's neither here nor there. Maybe if I get better at it, it would be that way. But okay, we move on. We get to his house. I ring the doorbell, have my little Instacart badge on. I ring the doorbell. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Tara. Did you order Instacart?" His son comes to the door and he's like, "Yes." And then the mom comes and I see she has like a brace on her arm. So I'm like, that's probably why they're not shopping. She's not shopping. And then, so I start bringing the stuff to their porch. Really cute house. Bringing the stuff to the porch. Really nice family. And then I said, "Dad, run out." "Oh, I didn't know you were here." Michael, "Oh, no, let me come help you. Let me come help you." He comes out and he's helping me. When I tell you, they were the saving grace of this whole Instacart situation. The family was so nice. And I was telling him about the story about the bananas. He's like, "Did you get me the bunch or one?" I was like, "One, because I didn't want to mess it up." He was like, "Oh, yeah, I meant to do a bunch, but your site was acting weird, blah, blah, blah." So I was like, okay, cool. He was really nice, and that made the experience really good. But when I was done with that, some other things started coming up, and I was like, should I do them? But I had an event, a Zumba event to go support my friends. So I was like, you know what, let me not. Let me call customer service and tell customer service that I don't want that I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want their bags anymore, because I had pressed to get the bags for $26.99, and I was like, you know what, don't charge me for those bags, because it turned out that order ended up being like $30 plus when he added his $10 tip for me. So in 2 hours, that was amazing pay. Actually, I'm not going to complain about that. That's why I think I will do Instacart on demand orders going forward, like once or twice in a while, maybe once or twice, but I wouldn't do this like as a normal, like this is my weekend thing. I don't have the time for that kind of aggravation. But overall, it was good. When I looked, it said $6 and some change. I was like, I know I didn't just do 2 hours of work for $6. And then I called customer service and they explained to me that the tip needed to go through. And then I think when I canceled my $26.99 bag, when I looked again, it had said $44. And I was like, I only did one job. How I got $44? But I wasn't going to complain. Listen. So listen, Linda, shut up and take your money. So it wasn't bad pay. And I think I will like look out for on-demand jobs if I'm available, but would I do it like forever? Oh, okay, so that's that. We're running out of lunchtime. But let me tell you guys about, so on Saturday, that was it. I called customer service, told them to cancel my bag. He was like, I'm sorry, it's through another company, so I don't know. So I found the email, I emailed them, and they told me they canceled the other customer service, and they told me that they canceled the order. So cool. Bags are canceled, and I'm going to order some 2 little Amazon bags. and see if I can get them approved, and then so I can do it on the side. Sunday comes, right? I'm supposed to have my little interview at 1 o'clock. I go to my gym class, I come back, I get ready, boom, head out to Bridgewater, which is now 40 minutes from my house. I go and they're like 20 minutes early because that's me. And we're supposed to be there 10 minutes early. But I don't care. I'm 20 minutes early. Where are you at? So the lady who we're supposed to meet with is not there yet. She does get there like 10 minutes later because I call her. Like, she gets there on time. And I'm like, early is on time. And on time is late. Okay? So you're supposed to be meeting me. I shouldn't beat you there. That's just my opinion. So she comes in and we come in and I sit and we're like, and I'm like, just talking to her casually. Hey, you know, what's this about? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how many people are supposed to be here? Because now it's just me. Okay? She's like, oh, there's supposed to be 4 people. Right? It's not me, Tahini. It's normal. So, Tahani, so it's 4 people supposed to be there. It's now 1 o'clock. That's what time we're supposed to meet. Ain't nobody showed up yet. Or are these people at late? So what's going on? So she says, oh, one girl called me and said she was in traffic, so she's going to be like 15 minutes late. So we get to talking, just general, and I'm like, yeah, I'll probably do this after work because this is close to my job. And we get to that part, and she's like, oh, what time do you get out of work? And I was like, I get out of work at 5. She's like, oh, okay, so what time were you planning on? I was like, you know, like a 6 to 9 or a 6 to 10. She's like, oh, well, the program runs from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and we don't do half shifts, and you have to do at least 3 consecutive hours. What now? What's this? What? So you didn't think, so technically if I get out at 5, I was thinking, okay, 5:30 to, 8:30, whatever. No, if I get out at 6, 7, 7, 8, your program's closed. That's only 2 hours. So clearly I can't do this job. So I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Hey, Zen, what's up? So I'm like, really? Really? You don't think that you should have maybe put that in the email, or when you're sending this out, you reached out to me. You don't think you should have wrote in there, like, our operating hours are from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You need to be able to work 3 consecutive hours in order to qualify to work shifts. Or you can work the weekend shift, but you have to do 15 hours within the weekend. Ma'am, that's my whole entire weekend. What the hell makes you think I'm coming up in here to Instacart for 8 hours and 8 hours? Ain't gonna happen, boo. Not gonna, no, ma'am. No. That's something you tell people in advance. This is not something you make me drive out 40 miles. You gonna give me my gas money back? You about to Instacart something for me? You gonna take me shopping? Because I feel like you owe me something now. I was so agitated, but I was so calm because, we don't want people to be like, oh, that fat girl, she came out, acted out. No, but that was the point is, like, you need to do better. Like, between you guys not having people in the right zones and giving them a place to be, you not having the food on the shelf when I needed to pick it up, you not giving enough time for people to actually shop these orders, in my opinion, and then you not telling regular, normal, descriptive things that people should know before they come to meet with you is a real problem. Like, do you need me to come consult for you? Because you're not doing things right somehow. Don't get me wrong, because I do plan on probably Instacarting on the weekends now and then. Will I stress myself about it? No. Will I be stressing my car miles out about it? No. And spending lots of gas on it? No. But when you sign up, she just signed up and talking about, oh, thank you. And so, like, I mean, that's something you should tell people in advance. I basically just drove an additional 25 and now 25 miles back home. And look, a new batch just arrived. I wish I could show you my screen, guys. Like, I hope that doesn't cut you guys off. I wish I could show you my screen right now. As a customer, you're probably fine, but are they always on time, Zen? Are they always on time? Because I couldn't even be on time. Tara, you don't think you can make my... It's not that I'm not going back to Posh Exactly. They're not on time though because we don't get enough time to shop. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm so glad the guy I got, his family was so nice that I didn't get penalized. They didn't take my tip away for not being on time. They were super nice. I communicated because I'm a customer service person by heart. But you got to do better. Y'all need to do better because then people won't expect their orders. Exactly. You can't do that. That's not good customer service. That's not good customer service. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. They need to give more time. And a lot of times these people aren't even like stressed in how long. They just want to know, make sure their order is actually there. Duh. So anyway, that was my experience with Instacart. Will I do it again? Absolutely, because the money was decent. Like, it was decent. I might come back and show you guys some of the app so you can get a better idea, like, not a live, but like a quick run through of what the app looks like and to what expect to expect. But exactly, really, like, I don't get that. I don't like 2 hours late. That's not cool. That's what I'm saying. I was only running like 15 to 20 minutes late, and I felt bad. So, but I didn't feel like I had enough time to shop for all the items that were in your list. And I feel like they did not do that. That was not the thing to do. That was not the way to do things. But anyway, I would do it again. Like I said, just for some quick change, like to make a quick $30, $40 on the weekend. Because if I do 2 or 3 orders that are decent amounts on the weekend, I could probably do it, work for like 2 or 3 hours or 3 or 4 hours because it takes a while to shop and, just sit for a bit. But I wouldn't be like, this is my gig. It's nice if you're like unemployed and that's all you can do and you can get on the schedule and you can do stuff and you be popping. But for me, probably not. And I'm still going to do Posh and I'm still going to do Etsy, but they require a lot of time. And as I was saying in the beginning of the video, they are not guaranteed money. When you spend your money on items and list them, you're not guaranteed to get your money back. Things have been sitting in my closet for years. However, whenever you do like Instacart, you go, you do the job, and you get paid, and then you're done. Pretty much. I heard the shopper get good incentive, especially if it gets 5-star ratings and no errors or orders. Right, but the thing is, like, if your order is late, that goes against you. So if you know that most people are late, then you're going against you. The guy gave me 5 stars. He's like, you're a 5-star shopper all the way. You're really nice. You communicated. And that may be why my pay, like on a $16 order, was like $44. I don't even know how I got $44. That's what it says, unless it's changed till now. But I mean, like, if the odds are stacked against me, that's not cool, because in order for me to shop you, get you out on time delivery, that's like somehow I'm not going to get my incentive because you made it impossible. Unless I'm like, that's my store and I know exactly where everything is. Don't get me wrong, this is my first experience, so I'm sure that after you've been going to these same 2 or 3 stores for a while, you probably get to know where everything is. You're probably much faster. I'm just giving you my experience. But you guys, or if you're gonna have a list quantity that high, maybe they need to just 27 wasn't bad in his case, because like honestly 3 of them were chips, 6 of them were little marinade things, so there wasn't tons of stuff in my cart. I didn't have a full cart. But I feel like if you're gonna have orders that are gonna be tons and tons of things, then more than likely you should probably have somebody in store shopping that order and say they have to pick that up, or they have to give a bigger window, in my opinion. But I will be on the lookout for smaller orders. Like I saw today a pop-up coming. Now it's actually coming to my watch, which I like. That it's like it was 7 items, and it was like $10. And I would do that really quick. It's around if I'm really close to where the place is, and I can pick up 7 items, be in and out, and go. So I'm being more selective in what I pick up to do. But like I said, that was it. It's 33 minutes. My phone says 33 minutes, so I know a lot of us are on lunch and we need to get back on time. I don't know if y'all have an hour or a half. I only have half. So my people are super cool. They're not gonna yell at me, and most of the bosses are gone now. So today they're all on vacay, so I can get away with that. But I am going to go back upstairs because I don't like to be the person that abuses their time. But that was my experience with Instacart. I love that I have lives. I hope everybody gets to 1K soon. It makes life so much easier. I don't have to edit, and I get to tell y'all my experience. Would I do it again? Yes. Was it a good experience at first? No. Do I know what to expect a little better? Yes. Do I think I'll get better? Yes. Should you try it? Sure. It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't cost you anything to try. So that was my experience. If you do want to try it, I have a link down to it down below. I don't think I've hit the amount of hours to get whatever incentive, so it's not like that. But it's definitely something to think about. Oh, good. So excited. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, guys, in order to be great, you have to be grateful. Have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm going to be trying DoorDash. I have all my DoorDash stuff. I'll tell you all about that. But they don't seem to be in my area, so that might not even happen. All right, guys. Bye.